should resign from his Manchester United job. That's a message that his former teammate and they played together at Old Trafford alongside the era of Sir Alex Ferguson in there has come out and said Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's time is up. There is no more time to wait for him. And Rio Ferdinand is telling him that if at all you feel like you don't want to be ashamed or given a sack, do one thing: leave Manchester United. Welcome to the Football News Top 10s and Lifestyle Zone. I go by the names of Rock and David onto the Football News Top 10s and Lifestyle Zone. Now today, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been seen, by the way, for the very first time ever since he joined Manchester United. There have been very many international breaks, but we've never seen an international break where the manager is said to go on to a leave. That's something that I've not seen for a very, very long time. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has been sent on leave with his family, and he has been seen at Manchester United airport, living in there with his entire family, and is going to Norway to have some holiday in there. I don't know what United all about, but all I can really tell you is that this is like something is happening, and the board looks like they are really looking at something of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's leaving the job of Manchester United. That is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for you. As you see him there, he is a man with his family, with his two sons in there, with a blue bag in there, leaving a team which goes by the Manchester United to go to Norway in there. But lots remain hanging into the media world, because they look at Sky Sports, they've deleted a post or a story they wrote that they're 100% sure that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be the Manchester United manager come the game of Watford. Remember, after the international break, a team which goes by the names of Manchester United will be playing a team which goes by the names of Watford in there, and Sky Sports has deleted that post in there. That means there are very many developments in there for you. But all I know is that when United play on Saturday, they always rest on Sunday and Monday, and then they come back to training on Tuesday. But this being an international break, that means they would have rested up to like Tuesday in there. And most of the Manchester United managers are always sacked on Tuesday. That's what really happens on Tuesday, because the board has to sit every Monday. So the board meeting is on. Fabrizio Romano came out and said that you never know what is going to happen. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, anything shocking might come in anytime from now, and that is something that we're waiting for here onto the Football News Top 10 the Lifestyle Zone. But the Manchester United defender, he was once the most expensive defender in the world after the World Cup of 2002. He was bought from Leeds, and that is Rio Ferdinand, has come out and said the following words. Rio Ferdinand calls for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to leave Manchester United. Old Trafford legend says it's time for his former teammate to hand over the baton after dismissal City defeat. He claims he would leave now with his head held up. By the way, if at all Ole Gunnar Solskjaer throws in the towel, he's going to be a hero. He's going to even become more famous. And the more time he spends on the job, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to be exposed the more. That's something I really feel myself. Because you have started a season, you went up in media, told them that you are really going to get trophies in there for a team which goes by names of Manchester United. You get? So, after you telling us that, we came up and really got to know that you are really doing something great. We've brought Ronaldo at United, Sancho and Rafael Varane, three world-class players, proven where they are, and they've been at the competing levels of those leagues. Look at Ronaldo Cristiano, Serie A, where he was. They've been competing, and for the previous 3 years, they've been winning the Serie A. Though this time around, they failed to win it. Inter Milan won it. At Real Madrid, he left after winning 3 consecutive Champions Leagues in a row. You get? He is a winner. He's the best finisher in the world. Coming in at Manchester United, of course, even Ole came out and said, when you have Ronaldo, your expectations really are high. And when the expectations have been high, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has disappointed us all, and he has failed to change his style of play. And by the way, his problem is one. He doesn't want to change the style of play. He believes that Freddie and Scott McTominay will serve him at the job. And thank God, he stuck with them and he's going to be given a sack because of those two players, because there is no way you can front Freddie and Scott McTominay to come up in the game of football to play what we call ball. What are they good at? Are they good at controlling the ball? Are they good at tackling? The only positive thing I see between Scott McTominay and Freddie is that they are workaholic players. But in the modern football, being a workaholic player being a workaholic player is not enough. You deserve to be a player who is workaholic and good on the ball, and your football intelligence must have to be up there. You receive that ball, don't pass it sideways. When do you get that ball like Nemanja Matic does? Pass it through and get it through a midfield. I'm asking myself, you train with Nemanja Matic, he tells you what to do. You have one of your coaches, who is Michael Carrick, one of the best CDMs that United has ever had, and you fail to replicate that. That means you are a talent that is stunt, that cannot grow to the next level, because when you look at the age of these players, they won't grow to any other level that you people think they can go on. Scott McTominay is 25. What is he going to change about his game? Nothing. Freddie is going to make 29 years. What is Freddie going to change on his game? The answer is nothing, because that's what he has given you, his best. That's the best Freddie can provide to you. And you have players who are really talented on the bench, like Donny van Beek, and you don't give him a chance to feature. That is something that Ole is realizing when his time is up. He brought Donny and Sancho on in the game of Atalanta, and in those last 5 minutes, United managed to really gamble out a draw. I call it a gamble because it's something I'd never expected, but they came up, Donny van Beek, Sancho, they are pressing players, they are quick players, they are interpassing, and so Ronaldo hit that ball at the back of the net. You get? Even in the game of Newcastle, he had to bring those two players on because he knew that in the game of Man City that he lost to Neil, had to bring those players on. And again, you bring on Marcus Rashford into the game of Liverpool, into the game of Man City when he's injured, when you have a fully fit Antoine Martial onto the bench. That shows you how Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a manager who does not learn from his mistakes. And I call upon, that's why I've really come out and really agreed with Rio Ferdinand, calling him out of Manchester United, because he has nothing he's going to do at Manchester United. In the words of Rio Ferdinand, I really feel like I should read them. This is what he said. He said on his five with Vibe podcast, we started this season with such people, but also the transfer window that we had. The excitement, we were all sitting there going, this is our time now. Ole was brought to us to that point. He was brought in to get the squad intact, to get the players in to make us a challenge for the league. I sit here now and I don't think he can challenge for this league. I look at our team every week wondering what we're gonna do tactically. I don't see any philosophy or identity in Manchester United way of playing, whatever that should be from the management. I sit here looking confused at the team. I was always deep down a bit skeptical. Could he take us to be the champions? I wasn't fully convinced. I wasn't sure he could do that. But the showing with the squad that he accumulated to the beginning of this season and what I've seen this season, I just felt it might be about the time now for the baton to be handed over to somebody else who can take us now. And I think Ole would leave now with his head held high, because from when he came in to where we got us at the beginning of the season, I think it's been positive. He continued and said, I've always said that the trajectory has been slow, not a big spike when you think, wow, he's changed it like 2 shows down at Chelsea. But why has he taken it over his tenure since he's been there? It is a gradual increase to the beginning of this season. I look at a little details. It's not just the team aren't where they should be in the league and we are not challenging. They are valid points. But when I watch our team and sit there and I feel the players aren't in fear, the intensity is not right. Players aren't sprinting out and hurting themselves sometimes in the game. I see that as a disrespect to the manager and almost like I don't hear. Every great manager who has been successful or won things in this game, they have an element in fear. Pep now, Klopp now, Tuchel now, Fergie in my time, George Graham at Arsenal, Arsene Wenger, there is an element of if you don't do what I say, you don't follow the rules, you don't follow the fundamental that makes us successful, you are getting back here and sitting in front of me or behind me on the bench and watching. I don't see that fear in the squad. That can't be right. It and be right. That is Rio Ferdinand in there as he came out and really said about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because he feels like he has failed his job and he wants him out of Manchester United. I don't know what you guys think about this. Rio Ferdinand wants Ole Gunnar Solskjaer out, and I really feel like this is the best argument that Ferdinand has raised ever since this saga of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to leave Manchester. Because I think he would have been sacked in the game of Man City after being thrashed 5-0, losing to Leicester City in there. When you look at the way we're playing, it's not convincing. So I feel like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, your time is up. You are not fit to be a Manchester United manager anymore. Stay at Manchester United as a legend, but not as a manager in here, because you no longer deserve to be the manager of Manchester United. No way, no way, no way, no way. You cannot come out and say that the manager of Manchester United is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. No, no, no. With the way he's playing, that's really out. That's trash. Let me fix something here. There is no way you're really going to come and tell us that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the best manager right now. And I don't know what the board is looking at in here, because I feel like he isn't supposed to be here. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is not supposed to be here. You get? Sack Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, sack McKenna, sack Phelan, sack Michael Carrick. Let them go. Bring in a coach. Ravnik is there. Yeah, and by the way, we look at this as Manchester United, we can get in a manager that we want. We can get in Zidane. We can get in Ten Hag. Ravnik can be gotten at Manchester United. There is Joachim Löw, and we don't need an interim manager. We just need a manager. We just count the months left to the next summer. You give him from November up to the summer, and then you give him another 6 months. Those are 18 months, enough. Just a year from now, he coaches United from November to November next year. When next year reaches November without results, you sack him off. You see what PSG did to Pochettino? They gave him an 18 months contract. 18 months contract, because they are a winning team. Their orientation is to win. They're not here to play around. But United looks like they're here to play around, and that's why they're still nursing Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Just give him a sack. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, get out of Manchester United. The Glazers also, if at all they don't really put themselves into the right shape and put United into the right shape of how a football club should be ran, they should be sacked out of Manchester United. They should be knifed. They should leave Manchester United, because this is not what Manchester United is all about. Manchester United is all about winning. Manchester United is all about winning big. You get in Zidane, get him what he wants, and we'll do as the needful, and we'll see ourselves winning again. You get? So that is something that I feel like this board isn't doing right. You get? Sack yourselves, and we can get new people to buy Manchester United, because I think if at all United is put on the world market and we are really looking for people to come in and buy it, can we fail to get people who can buy Manchester United? If at all Newcastle can get people who want to buy it, if at all West Ham are really doing the same and they're going to be bought, you think United can fail to be bought? That's out. That's out. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer time is over at Manchester United. Even his mates have started really to call for his sacking. Though for them, they're not calling for his sacking, they are calling for him to resign. You get? That's what Rio Ferdinand is calling for. I think the next person to call that for is Paul Scholes. And I think Gary Neville. For him, you won't call for his sacking because they said he's his mate. There is no way he's really going to come out and really call for his sacking. But why don't you call for his sacking when each and every time you've appeared on the football, on the Monday Night Football on Sky Sports, you've called out his tactics of being naive. That's what you've been doing on a daily. Now, a club, you were captain of Manchester United. You were at Manchester United for 20 years, Mr. Gary Neville. What fails you to call for the sacking of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? He's not representing the values of Manchester United. However much the Glazers have the problems, but for them, they can really put their things right. You get, though I don't believe that one day, one time they'll put them right, but one day, one time, for sure they win a trophy and they get in a manager who is going to dance on their tunes and really produce or give us results that we want, because we as fans, there is no way we benefit from the dividends that the Glazers do earn. We don't benefit in them in any way. You get? We don't benefit in any way of those benefits that they get. The only happiness we get is when United wins trophies. Not even getting wins, because we've seen Ole Gunnar Solskjaer go on 10 games unbeaten, 15. He has the best away rules, away results, close to 29 games unbeaten in the Premier League consecutively. He has built certain things at Manchester United, but time has come for him to leave. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, your time is up at Manchester United, and even your mates that you played with at Manchester United have started seeing it that you don't deserve to be the manager. The time has been given to you. We've given you credit of putting this team together, but as we speak right about now, things have failed. I don't know what you guys think about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. His time is up, and Ole Gunnar and Rio Ferdinand has come out and say the same thing to him, and I don't know what you guys think about it, but to me, I'm team Ole out, because I feel he has failed to do the job. You know, these jobs are really quite different. You can't be on the job, and let me get you to the Bible, because I'm someone who has been reading the Bible for some time. But when you look at Moses went to Egypt. He got these Israelites that had been in how do I call it? They were under captivity for close to 400 years. After 400 years, Moses got them out of Egypt, crossed the Red Sea, and everyone thought that it was Moses to make them reach the promised land. Guess what happened? Moses went to dance with the angels, or he died. And guess who finished this journey? It was Joshua. Joshua led the Israelites to the promised land. So, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you've been the Moses, you've built the squad very well, but your time at Manchester United is up. We need a Joshua to come in and take us to the promised land. That's what I really had for you. Read your calls for the sacking of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I don't know what you think about it. Go into the comment section and tell us what you think about it. I go by the names of Rokan David, aka RD. Smash the like button, comment, and share. I sign out for now.